Hello and welcome to the Drummergy podcast, episode 191.
Whoa.
Wow. And today we are joined here with Eric Bodreau. Did I say that right?
You said it perfect. Yeah.
Woo! And Eric has this company called Cinco Painted Audio, right?
Yep.
So welcome, Eric, to the show.
Thanks for having me.
There's the applause. Now, what the heck? I was on the wrong screen. Eric and I were talking just a few minutes ago that, Eric, you have not done a podcast before, or you
Not officially.
not
No.
officially.
No.
Well, now welcome to the club.
Well, thanks for having me. This is great.
The Drummergy podcast is sponsored by 12th Fret Music, located at 671 South Capitol Boulevard in downtown Boise, Idaho. Eric, have you been to 12th Fret Music?
I have not been to their new location.
Oh,
No, I've
the
been
new
there.
location.
I've been
Okay.
to the old one on Broadway.
On Broadway.
Yeah, sometimes I know Rob. I haven't. It's been years, but yeah,
Okay.
Gotta go to
I have not been to the new one.
You gotta go. It's a great store, as you know.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you have to see the world's largest guitar amp. 64 412 Marshall cabs.
What is it all hooked up to the same head or?
I think there's multiple heads.
Dang.
I'm not a guitar guy, so I wouldn't.
It's the wall of sound.
Yeah, I
That's
wouldn't.
great.
I wouldn't even begin to tell you how all that gets put together, but it is.
That's badass.
Yeah, he's working on getting it all hooked up and then have like a big event.
Yeah,
Cool.
Play it.
I think part of the hope is to get Guinness Book of World Records there
Okay.
to officially sign off on
Very cool.
the size of that monster. But I think that makes Kiss and Spinal Tap look small, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. And Eric is also a drummer.
I am.
And so another reason to go to 12th Fret Music is they now carry drumsticks and drumheads.
Nice.
Yeah.
Heck yes.
So we love that. We love Rob and we love 12th Fret Music. And
There's a good band coming through them. They're like, oh crap, I just, they're doing sound check and they broke a head or whatever and forgot their sticks. They can just run down the street.
now, would you agree their location's pretty sweet? Because right by there is the Knitting Factory and the Shredder and the
Yeah.
Olympic
Shreveport.
and
Central
Shreveport. And
Yeah.
they got all the cool venues right there. Jamie Vink is here. Good morning, Jamie Vink. Do you know Jamie?
I don't think so.
He is a bass
Don't think so.
player and he is currently playing with the Rocky Johnson band. But
Okay.
he's been around the scene for a long time and played with a lot of great bands, and
Awesome.
he's just a cool dude. A very cool dude.
Nice.
Eric, we usually start the show off with Goofy Holidays.
Okay.
Do you like Goofy Holidays?
Here we go.
Well, you're gonna
Yeah.
like them now. You're gonna like them now. I'm gonna hit the table because Mary hates that.
They always have food involved in some way.
Well, you're in luck, producer, because today is National Grilled Cheese Day.
Oh, you know what has the best grilled cheese?
Who has the best grilled cheese?
The sandbar.
The Sandbar?
Oh.
The epic grilled cheese.
Oh, I think I always
It's
end
not
up
like
defaulting to a burger when I'm there.
it's not like I don't know if it's like Wagyu beef or brisket.
Is that even a grilled cheese at that point, though?
Jalapenos. It's like
No.
super. Oh, it's gourmet.
I remember as a kid.
And this isn't no
Getting-
bread American cheese.
Okay, first of all, my family never. Jamie says he can't hear the producer. Well, fix it. Turn up your volume or something.
Am I just too quiet? Maybe am I just too quiet or what?
Oh man, we don't like technical problems.
Hello?
You start talking quieter. I'm sure Eric has us. Anthony says he can hear you.
Jamie's got his Mary filter turned on.
He's got the high pass Mary engaged on the channel.
Anthony doesn't know all the technology, so he hasn't turned me off yet.
Yeah. Only Jamie knows how to silence the singer. The Anthony's a singer, so he's in tune with hearing singers, right? See how off the rails we are already talking about grilled cheese. I was beginning to say, Jamie says, "Oh, I have earplugs in."
What?
Good
Well, no
grief.
wonder.
We gotta manage the crowd
Too
now.
early.
Boy, I can't handle this much. Patrick Legay. I never say his last name right. Legally. Yo, dude. We'll just stick with Patrick. I apologize. Okay, for the third time now, my family did not eat the weird Wonder Bread, the styrofoam bread, right? But I remember as a kid, my mom would make grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup.
Yep. Classic.
And dip in the soup,
Yes,
right?
Exactly.
And the saltine crackers.
Yeah.
Or the little, what do you call them, oyster crackers? Little round.
No, we did saltines.
Well, yeah, saltines, but
We weren't as
also the little-
sophisticated as you.
There was also the oyster crackers were for when you were being bougie.
Oh, it's like
Exactly.
what was the stir thing, Eric? That you said that you had the same the whisk.
Yeah, the
electric
little
whisk.
the little coffee stir. Like, I think it's called.
Right.
I had a nice one, and it kind of got like, I don't know, it stopped spinning very well. So
Well, Eric said he did the Rise mushroom coffee for a little while, and
Yeah.
And
I
he
got the
said
free thing.
tastes like dirt, and I agree
does.
that it tastes like dirt.
I like the.
It's like if you took hot water and went out into that garbage dirt we have left over
Yeah.
from our garden and just spooned a little bit of that in, and
Exactly.
that's why they send
Yeah.
a whisk with it.
Yeah.
They're like, these people think they're drinking mushrooms. I hope the cat wasn't in this part of
The
it.
Ryan brand is the first one I got, and then
That's
the
good.
Everyday Dose is the second one I got. I think Everyday Dose is the one that's made it with, like, basically all sorts of little presents.
Yeah.
The
I
Whisk
remember
is
that.
one, and I actually liked the Everyday Dose better because when you got to the bottom of Rise, it was all like gritty and
Because it's dirt.
I noticed that too. Yeah, it's like
you're choking on it. So
Yeah.
you can't ever finish it because all this stuff settles. But the Everyday Dose doesn't do that, and you can actually broth like.
froth it. That's what it's called.
Frothing.
A frother.
There you go.
Yes, I couldn't think of the word.
Because we were Brian Lovins is here.
What?
We got all the cool kids are hanging out today. I love it. So I asked Eric if now see Brian says it's hard to hear Mary. Mary, don't talk quieter. Turn up your volume. Is your switch on the microphone all the way?
Yeah, because it could be picking up through our mics from what they are hearing.
Oh,
I just thought
Well,
about
I
that.
hear myself.
I know. Just maybe your gain's low. Is your gain low? We're doing it live.
It's a little lower. Is this better? Am I getting better? Hello.
Well, we'll wait for Brian to give us an update if he can hear Mary better. So just repeat something that you said.
I'm gonna repeat something that I said.
Now, see, I'm loud and obnoxious.
The
though.
Rise has the green crap at the bottom of the top.
Yes.
Everyday Dose doesn't. And
Yeah.
it's easier to froth. And my frother from Everyday Dose still turns on and stuff, but it's like the motor's gummed up or something.
Brian says Mary has the Charlie Brown teacher voice. LOL. You want a different microphone?
Let me try a different line.
Uh-oh.
Do you want? I have one right here, or do you have your
I'm 57.
57 or 58?
58.
Don't embarrass yourself in front of Eric, the live sound engineer. Holy crap!
It could be a cable also. I don't know. Usually it'd be crackly
Yeah.
most of the time.
I don't know. When I talk into her mic and I have the headphones on there, I can hear really, really well. So here we go. We're unplugging. Is it safe to? It's like with the
Mute the
acoustic
channel.
guitar player.
Yeah. Let me mute it first.
Whenever they unplug it, it makes that loud popping
Yeah,
noise.
dude.
They always have this surprise look like, oh, was that not muted? Well, what gave it away?
How am I? Yeah, that's one of my pet peeves. That's great.
Anthony says, I agree now. She is quieter than all you guys.
She just swapped the mic, so hopefully that's better.
Hi. Is this any better?
Boy,
If not, then I don't
I feel like we're low dose suddenly. All right, well, let's move on. Today is National Son and Daughters Day. Do you have any kids, Eric?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
How many kids are we in?
4 kids.
Wow.
Most of them are older.
You're right here with us. We have 4.
And,
Yeah.
and most of them are older.
My oldest will be 20 in like a month.
Okay.
So I started really.
Our oldest is 24, and our youngest just turned 13.
Nice.
Ah,
That's good.
And we got a 19-year-old and a 21-year-old in there.
You're right in saying, yeah.
Landon says clearer, but still quiet.
oh my god.
Crank that.
Is it just me? Am I just talking?
Maybe you need to go to 11.
Maybe it's
It's
the game.
I've got this thing up. Considerably
Where's the
up.
gain on there, lady? You got a whole.
If you guys are here, I'm over here. That's how much louder I am.
Wow.
Is there like an input? Does it show like an input signal somewhere? On the
I
screen?
was telling him this yesterday. I said I've only got one green dot, and usually I have more.
Okay.
So I'm not sure why.
So it could be the cable going out.
You want to try a different cable?
That's really the only other thing.
Here.
I mean, I doubt it's the channel.
I've got a cable.
I doubt it's the channel on the mixer.
Oh, this is a bad cable too.
Most likely a cable.
Here.
Always label your bad cables.
I did. It's got a
Oh, you
piece of
did.
tape on it because I was going to see if I could make a shorter one.
There you go.
Here you go, babe.
Oh,
Try that.
all right. Okay, stand by.
Oh boy, we're so glad Eric is here to witness the chaos.
That's just day in the life for me.
Right?
It's no troubleshooting audio issues.
When you're talking back through the monitors, and you're like, rack 2, and then I keep hitting it over and over and over, and you're like, hang on, and I see all this stuff happening, and a person runs to the stage and does something, and then okay, rack 2, do.
That's fine. I probably have the channel plugged into the wrong
Are you?
input.
How's it look now?
It's the same.
It's the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
What if I put myself in this one?
You could try a different channel. It's just
Wow.
trial and error.
I'm so glad that we have a sound engineer on as our guest today to witness this.
Hello. Can you hear me now? Hello. It looks the same.
See, even Eric's getting a call and somebody else needs his help.
And the gain's up the same and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ranked.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
That is
it might
weird.
just be me. Maybe I'm just tired from talking about it. I'm a low talker.
Yeah, because Brian said Mary has the Charlie Brown teacher voice.
Oh, no. See,
But usually to me, that means blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah. Brian, that's what I say when I lose interest in her stories, is all I hear is wah, wah, wah. Oh, you should see the look I just got. All right, it's National Play in the Sand Day. Boy, I'm still getting the look.
National Play in the Sand Day.
Yes. And it's also National, Raspberry Bombay Day.
What is that?
Yeah, what
It is a Victorian era frozen dessert of ice cream and heavy cream. I assume it has raspberry in it.
Sounds good.
It sounds delicious. Yeah, lots of food stuff. So, Eric, we've known each other for a few years.
Yeah.
Because I first met you running sound out at Indian Creek Plaza
Yeah.
when I'm playing with Cliff Miller
Yeah.
Band. And I just instantly liked you.
Thank you.
Super
Same.
easy
Likewise.
super easy to work with, and I sometimes feel like I ask a lot of people because I want to use in-ear monitors. But isn't that becoming more the norm for people to use in-ear monitors?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also like being able to connect my phone app to the sound system and dial my in in-ears in. Do you
Yeah.
prefer that if musicians could just take care of their own monitors?
I do, yeah. As long as they, they're confident, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I do prefer that.
Because they don't have to keep tapping you on the shoulder per se, right? It's like, I need more. Because it's usually not very often it's less of something, is it?
And sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yes. The biggest thing for me is just communicating. Tell me
Yeah.
what you want, because I'm not up there on the stage to
Right.
hear your mix. I wish I could be. But every now and then, it's pretty rare. I'll get someone that gets annoyed at me at the end of the night, or pissed off, like, I couldn't hear it. Well, you didn't tell me what you. Why didn't you say anything? How am I supposed to know? But people's ears adjust, and there's so many variables there. Or sometimes a cable comes unplugged, and I didn't know.
Right.
Or like the power. That's pretty often. So.
Yeah. You're gonna have to talk loud, probably too.
The sound guy here. So of course we're having sound issues.
Right.
So the problem I notice that I have is as the gig progresses, I think it's like you said, your ears
will adjust.
They change.
Yeah.
And so then I'll be like, man, I was able to hear my voice really well, and now I can't. And I know the guys aren't changing their stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're really particular about making sure levels are the same.
Yeah.
But it's like, what the heck? Why was I able to hear so
There's
well?
so many variables, and then like the audience, especially if you're inside, will absorb sound. The more people you get in there, and so you always just have to like play it by ear and just like roll dynamically, and it's like a living, breathing thing. You got to keep working it, keep checking it, making sure you can hear yourself properly. Yeah.
I just checked my settings in audio.
That looks like good input.
Brent has me all the way down.
Check.
Yeah, see, I got good input too, but Mary does not, and it was selected to 2.
Oh.
So I don't think we have the right device selected, because there's the 2, and we don't want the camera. We want this one, this AMD audio device, which is what was selected, but it had 2 USB selected here.
That's your output. Okay.
So I switched it to this high definition.
Is that what it normally is?
I think so.
Okay. We'll see if anybody's chiming in saying it's blasted them out.
Yeah.
It's not louder to me.
Mary sounds very distant. Well, we just changed the settings, James, so maybe it'll be better now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, give it like 7 seconds, because that's the delay.
7-second delay.
Latency or whatever.
Yeah.
I have sound issues. I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
next week we'll do nothing different, and that'll be perfectly fine.
well, I think I had the wrong settings set in. It could be. Now I feel like we're just waiting for somebody to say if it got better or worse.
Now I have to sit there and hold this microphone.
Well, let's. Eric's like, what the heck? Talking to your microphone again, Mary.
Hello.
Let's do it again.
I'm talking in the microphone.
See, I see a signal there from her, but it's not as strong as ours. Oh well.
Well, it's not very loud on this. Well, I don't know. I don't know that it's any louder for you guys either.
It looked decent when you were just.
Yeah, so you don't even register on this over here, but I do.
Okay, there's 3. This is so bad. There are 3 buttons right there in a row. One says 2-track to.
Yeah.
Is it pressed in or out?
There's one that's pressed. There's 2 that are pressed in and one that's not.
The middle one's pressed in?
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that one has to stay pressed in to get sound, because it goes to USB, right? Here come the glasses.
2-track to control room.
Yeah, there could be like a pad on, but I'm assuming you guys just keep that the same every
I
week.
try.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't see any pad buttons. I only see the high pass.
Greg, we got the phantom power running.
I don't think she needs phantom for that mic. Anyway. It's just it's a 58.
It puts phantom across the whole thing, though.
Yeah.
Let's try this one.
Hello? Is that any better?
We'll try that. Okay, so you saw the which one I pressed in?
Yeah.
Okay. But now we don't see any signal from you. Talk, Eric.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. You see it? Cool.
I feel like I'm a little louder.
We'll start this interview here in a second. It's only been 20 minutes. Yeah. Well, we just need to rely on the audience to give us. Jamie says, "Cut to commercial." The Drummergy podcast is sponsored by 12th Fret Music. Yes. So Let's just one more check right here. In the old okay, I still got signal here. What about Mary's voice?
Hello, welcome to the Drummergy podcast.
We get it, but it's just not as
little
strong.
bit.
By 12 Fret Music, located at 671 South Capitol Boulevard. Not sure why it's South Capitol Boulevard, because where's north?
Opposite direction.
Well, it's South Capitol, but it's in the north. It's so confusing.
Can't help you there. Can't help you there. So hopefully we have audio. It looks like we have audio, but just not very strong. Eric, we used to have another one of these MXL microphones, and it just died.
Yeah.
Do you know how to fix them?
No, I mean, I wouldn't trust myself, but it'd probably be,
I was just gonna say we could do a lesson on
soldering job.
how to fix a microphone right here live on.
Well, you
Live
do
on
have
pretty
YouTube.
simple, but
you do have
yeah,
this
I'm not a very good solder.
microphone in those.
I know. We just need Onyx to help us out with some new mics. That's it. That's all we got to do. That's it. All right. So we started talking about people dialing in their own ears and then people being able to hear on stage properly. And we want to mention that Eric's company that he has is called Syncopated Audio.
Syncopated. Yeah.
Syncopated.
Painted.
Painted.
You had it right. Yeah.
Yeah. How did you come up with that name?
Well,
Because spell check wants to fix me every time I put syncopated.
well, it's a made-up word.
Yes.
It's a play on syncopated,
Yes.
but you know what that means.
Right.
Yeah, and I just thought of it when I was in my teens. I don't know, just
I
when
like
came
it.
out, and I have the domain syncopated.com.
So can we put his website in the comments there, producer? Syncopatedaudio.com, right?
No, just syncopated.com. It's just
Oh,
syncopated.
Oh.
come on, you're killing me.
Well, I already have the website pulled up.
I know you think you'd remember what you typed.
I know.
Very
I
well.
got distracted with the audio issues.
It's posted.
Thank you. I see it.
Yeah, you still keep botching it.
I botched it prior to seeing it. To me seeing it. All right. So let everybody out there know, Eric, what all encompasses syncopated audio.
So yeah, it's basically just a culmination of a lot of audio related things.
Okay.
Mostly running live sound. That's like the main thing I do.
Yeah.
For bands, sound engineering. But I also have a recording studio. I have a degree in music production.
Ooh, there we
I've
go.
been recording and producing for 20 years.
What?
I've started on Cubase, and Pro Tools, and I run Logic Pro now. So I do that as well. I also run karaoke. I'm a karaoke DJ and a wedding DJ.
Wow.
So I do quite a few weddings and karaoke. Right now I just do it every Wednesday at Jim's Alibi.
Okay.
But yeah, I've had to kind of cut it back a little bit to favor like other audio gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer to run sound for bands and record.
Somebody really wants to reach you.
Yeah. I put it on Do Not Disturb. But anyway, yeah. So I just try to stick with audio related stuff. I'm also a musician.
Yeah. A
So I'm
drummer.
a drummer. I'm a singer. I play a lot of instruments.
What all instruments are you playing?
Drums, bass, guitar, piano, and sing.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
He plays them all.
I'm working on an album right now, a 10-song album.
That's all
totally
you?
self-produced.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
multiple layered harmony stuff. A lot of like odd time signatures and
Wow.
really catchy choruses. And yeah, it's my life's work.
Nice.
20 years in the making.
Wow.
20 years of songwriting.
Wow.
So is there a name that your own music is operating under?
Yeah.
Is
So
it
I've
your
never.
name, or do you have a
No.
band name?
I
or-
have a band name. I've never released my own music before ever.
Okay.
I just turned 38. I've always played in other people's bands, which is great.
Yeah.
And I've done collaborations, which is great. But my goal is to release this album this year under Sleek Motif.
Sleek Motif.
It's going to be
Wow.
the band name, Sleek Motif.
I like that.
I'm going to release a few singles and then release the album hopefully by this year, the end of this year, and then recruit my own band.
Oh wow.
And
So you can say like, here, learn this.
yeah, and I'm going to put the drum set front and center and sing lead vocals and drums.
Oh, wow.
Which I've done all my life.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's mostly. And then I'm going to switch off. Some songs I'll play bass and sing. Some of them I'll play guitar and sing, but mostly drums and sing. Yeah, that's my thing.
Okay, I'm curious. As
Sorry
a live,
to segue into that.
No, I love that. So as a live sound engineer, is that weird to think about putting the drums front and center?
Kind of.
Because it's not part of the norm, right? Because a lot of times the drums are in the back.
Yeah, I've only seen one other band do it. They were called Cupcake, a 90s cover band in Portland.
Okay.
Which is where I'm from. And yeah, it's cool. Like you just move the cymbals. You know, you don't want the cymbals to be blocking your face.
Yeah.
Which I keep my set pretty low anyway for the most part. And why not?
Yeah.
Okay, why not?
I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's interesting because we have another drummer friend that he sings also.
Nice.
But I don't know if he necessarily plays and sings like when he performs.
Who's that?
I'm talking about Jared. And so we saw a video of a drummer playing and a female singer, and the song was way too fast. And it's a familiar song, everybody knows the song. And the singer was trying desperately, like, just to keep up. It was that fast.
Yeah.
And our thought was like, well, what if he was singing the song as a drummer? Like what a good practice, or try singing along and playing. Maybe you'll slow down.
I see what you're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just having that perspective.
Yeah.
And having that awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah. As a singer and a drummer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully, that would apply to me, but so not always, because as a drummer, sometimes you just get into it too much and you start hitting too hard, and maybe you speed up a little bit or whatever. Like
not me.
It's just something you work on over the years. I know you're perfect. Yeah.
When drummers speed up and they just get carried away, have no idea what you're talking about.
You get like those ballads that are supposed to be like the unbearably slow tempo, and then it just gets faster and faster.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the chorus. I'm not gonna go.
Hey, Greg Goodell's here, and he said Brad Arnold from Three Doors Down originally played drums and sang as frontman as well.
Cool.
Until the label had him come out front and relinquish his drum duties to a session player. Wow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even gonna have to come out front. I'll already be out front.
You'll already be out front. Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
That is cool.
So Greg did wear the drums in the back of the stage like normal when he played drums.
I don't know. Maybe Greg.
Sounds like it.
You just asked Greg that, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I guess because you got Phil Collins and then you've got John Henley, right?
Yeah, from the Eagles.
So, but they never were up front either. Were they never even like in a line?
That's what I was thinking, in a line. Yeah, everybody's in a line. The
Yeah.
drums are front and center. It's been done, but I haven't seen it done very often. I've never seen it done by any pros.
I toured with this band from Florida.
Like, oh, the drums can't be that close to the front of the stage.
It won't make a difference.
See, that's
As
what I
long as
wanted.
you're a controlled drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's about either.
Should shut up about that.
All right. So I worked with a ton of different sound engineers, the front of house people, Monitor World people, guys that are on tour, local guys. Some of them are just grumpy.
Probably most.
And they're probably most.
Understandable.
And there's so many reels out there about the grumpy sound guy.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
And I'm sure that you're probably not immune to being like,
No.
right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So I can only offer up my own experiences.
Yeah.
As you know, like with Midline, I play a bigger drum set.
Yeah.
Do you see a guy come in with a drum set like that and go,
all the time? No hesitation.
Okay. No
Which is
hesitation.
why we talked about your drum mics in advance, and you happen to mention that you have a bigger drum set and you can bring your own mics.
Yeah.
Yes, done.
I
I
always
don't have to worry about 8,000 mics.
Right.
And I'm already ready for it. I already got the mixer set up for it.
Do you know Jacob at Knitting Factory?
I don't know anybody at Knitting Factory.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Jacob has been running sound there and doing monitors off and on, and I show up to do a midline gig, and he's like, 6 toms, right? Now I also brought my own mics for that too. Do you know Sonny, Steve Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think he was also there, but I think I had advanced with Sonny, and then when we got there, Jacob was like, 6 toms, right? Well, then the very next weekend, I played there with Cliff Miller, and we were opening for somebody, but we were upstairs. What do they call that? 9th Street Parallel or something? Or and I came walking in the door, and Jacob goes, it's Mr. 6 Tom. and I said, dude, you're gonna love me because I have no toms tonight. I'm doing kick, snare, and hat, and that's it. He's like, just like so relieved, right?
Yeah, dude. Totally feel it.
But I walked in, it's Mr. 6 Tom.
That's so typical average sound guy right there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have a lot of that in me too.
So is the response just because you're worried about mics, or is it like just that much of a hassle to?
Well, it makes miking the drums takes twice as long.
Yeah.
Because it's not just setting up an extra mic. It's making a new channel, naming that channel, gain staging, EQ. There's like 10 steps for each channel.
Yeah.
Running a cable for it, having to worry if the drummer before or after is going to use that as well or not, having to strike it. Yeah. There's so many variables there. Think about it. Okay. So that's why, it's understandable.
Well, I have a little inside knowledge on all of that. So usually if I know that I'm going to be playing, well, we just played the Olympic and you did sound for us there.
Yeah.
And by the way, the feedback that I've had from people is how great it sounded.
Awesome.
I just talked to Timber from Cardiac Drift last night, and he's like, who's your guest on the show tomorrow? And I said, Eric that did sound for us at the Olympic. He's like, that guy is awesome. It was like, and he said that he could hear himself really, really well.
Good.
And when a singer can hear himself really well, they tend to sing better.
And it starts with them, as I said. If they tell me what they want, then I can dial it in.
Yeah.
If they don't, then I'm sorry.
But for like that venue, I had never been there before. I just heard from other people that it's small and like changeovers can be a hassle. So I asked Ren and Jeff, the other 2 drummers, like,
that's the other thing.
Hey, would you be willing to play my kit?
Right? The other sound guy, like big pet peeve.
Yeah,
and that's what I try. I'm glad you mentioned that because that's one of the other major things. I run sound at the Olympic a lot, and that's one of the major things. If there's multiple bands that all have drums, are you guys going to share drums? That's like my first question, and I never know it in advance. And most of the time, most drummers are.
Yeah,
I'm a drummer, so I'm already really bold about it. I know that people are going to get irritated. I get it.
Yeah,
but it's going to make changeover so much quicker.
Right.
You're going to end up being able to play longer if you want, and like not have to stress about all this crap. Cables running everywhere, and just if you can, and that then you don't have to haul your crap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But some guys are very dialed into ergonomically, especially to their kit, and I get that.
Yeah.
And the other thing is they don't want to have to adjust people's stuff, and they don't want to risk breaking their stuff, which happens especially with metal bands. It happens a lot, and I get it. But that's the other sound guy pet peeve. Like if you can share kits, it'll make everybody's life quicker and easier.
Like they just brought their own cymbals, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say swap the cymbals and the snare and the kick pedal or drone, whatever you want. But
cymbals are really expensive to replace.
They are.
And
totally get it.
And I'm not a gentle player on my cymbals, not in that context anyway. Yeah. And but first of all, when that show got announced and you said, I'll be doing sound for that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like just there's always like a little bit of stress with every show that you play with the stuff that you don't. It's all
exactly.
A lot of times it's unwarranted to even worry about it, but I still do. And then when I
Same.
saw it was you, I'm like, okay, I already know Eric. Okay, this is a little bit different animal than the 4-piece or 5-piece kit that I would normally use, like when playing with Cliff. And well, how many mics do you have for your tom? I have 6 toms.
You know, I still.
Did you even play 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're like rototom sounding.
Yeah, and they don't get played a lot, but they are. And I've actually debated for a long time, like, do I really need these? Sure. Yeah, I need
God.
I heard them a couple times in your set. I did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's one song in particular that we have that those 2 drums get used a lot.
They're fun.
And removed that whole tom groove thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so I think it's good information for people to know, especially bands in general, but drummers, the communication that they have with
Prior to the gig, especially.
to advance the show.
Yeah.
Right. And if you have a relationship with somebody like we do, and I could say, hey, Eric, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And not come off like in a demanding way, but in a way like, how can I make your job easier? Because I already know that dragging this thing along is behind the curtain. Everybody's like, oh, what is with this guy?
Well, it's gonna make your life easier. If you
Yeah.
make my life easier. You
Yeah,
know, like
exactly.
as far as that the setup goes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now a lot of drummers don't have their own microphones to bring either.
That's true. Yeah. But that's fine as long as I'm prepared. As long as I know what to expect.
Yeah.
Then that's great.
Dear rental company, I need 8,000 microphones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, as a live sound engineer, Eric, do you have your own PA or do you rely on using a house PA?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I have a limited PA. I have a couple of 15-inch Harbingers that I use mainly for like wedding gigs, and I use them for monitors.
Okay.
I don't use them for mains very often. I need to get my own subs. That's the next thing I need to get, and I only have like a couple analog mixers, so I don't have like a full digital setup right now.
Okay.
I'm working on that, but mostly, yeah, I just run sound at venues. I do have my own drum mics. I bring those to every gig.
Okay.
My Audix.
Yeah.
So, and I have a couple other ones in there, and then I have just my audio tool rig and my mobile router. They take to every gig because I can never trust internet anywhere.
Sure. Yeah.
And in order to link the tablet to the digital console, you gotta have a router.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, I'm pretty streamlined. I have my studio gear and that stays in the studio, and yeah.
The dedicated router thing is such an important thing. I've experienced it before, and Mary's band's experienced before. Like if you're there doing sound check, it's okay. But as soon as the room gets full of people on their cell phones, you're like, how come what's wrong with this?
Yeah, exactly. And everything's lagging and stuff.
Yeah.
We have that.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
This
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, that's absolutely
We'll be
miserable.
with you in 7.5 hours.
Yeah, no, our first gig we had that issue. It was like Mike was running sound for us at Granny's, and he lost control of his board.
Yeah,
And
it happens there a lot.
so I guess it was something in our settings, I think, or the wrong kind of router or something.
Their wireless disconnects there, at least it used to pretty often. They have like multiple networks.
Well, I think it was our wire.
Was it?
Our router?
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know. I know that like Brandon and Jeff like spend like a good bit of time like researching how to make it so that people couldn't connect to it except for us.
Gotcha. Yeah,
And
to
we had
lock it down.
we had a password and everything, but like for some reason it really interfered. As soon as
Weird.
people started showing up, and they got it fixed.
Yeah.
So this is a great question from Jamie for Eric. How do you approach stage volume issues with new bands?
That's a big one.
I think before
great,
you answer that question, though, Eric, I've worked with a lot of sound guys, and we talked about sometimes they're grumpy, but usually by the end of the night, I really want to be friends with them, right? I like people, but I feel like if you're friends with somebody, usually when you're friends with somebody, you go out of your way just a little bit more to like I want to, like Eric, we're playing the show. I have a ridiculously big drum kit, and will this work? And you're like, yeah, bring your mics and whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And so you know what to expect.
Yep.
And then, but I would also think like you being a drummer and a bass player and a guitar player and a singer, like you understand balance of those instruments really well, the EQ of those and what needs to happen from each instrument to make your life easy from the front of house, and what the audience is going to hear. So I think Jamie's question is really, really great about how do you approach stage volume issues with new bands. And I would assume too that
all bands, not just new bands.
Yeah, all bands, but you're working in a time restricted space. You have restrictions on how much time you can spend having conversations, right?
True.
So you gotta make. So I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you answer.
But I'm going to answer new bands in particular. I'm going to say all bands, but I'm going to start with new bands.
Sure.
You know, occasionally or pretty often I deal with a lot of younger musicians or newer musicians. I try to be just really nice and not scare them away. Sometimes I'm really blunt, so I have to work on that every day, like being like more chill and not so, But anyway, but the most common thing is, can you please turn your guitar amp down? Like that's the most common thing that I say. All like not every gig, but probably 30 to 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing I say is, can you turn your highs down on your guitar amp or your high mids because it's really scratchy. Yeah. And I will say it's hurting my ears. It's scratching my ears. Really common thing I say, like at least once a week. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's just mostly it's that, I don't usually tell people to play softer or harder, especially new bands, unless I know them really well, maybe I might make a comment, but that's usually more personal. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually just keep your amp volume down, especially in the Olympic, especially smaller rooms. If your guitar amps are blaring, that's all you're going to hear. Yeah. Like I can carve as much as possible on the board, turn it down, EQ, bring the vocals up. But if when I'm at the point where I'm hitting mute on the board on the guitar channel and I can't hear a difference, your amp is way too loud. You feel me? Yeah. Well, like if I mute it and it's still super loud,
it doesn't allow you.
I have no control.
Right. Yeah. No control over.
And then people are probably not going to hear the vocals, and that's usually like my number one thing is the focal point is the vocals. Yeah. And it's great if you could understand the lyrics. Yeah. So I'm really, really, really. That's my main focus. Like get those vocals up top. Get those vocals up top because that's what people are going to relate to the most. Yeah.
Well, as a singer, when you're trying to sing in that environment, you can't hear, like if you're not using the in-ears.
Yeah.
And you can't hear yourself, then you're singing harder, and then you're not going to make it too big.
Because those mid frequencies, those high mids, they share the same range as the vocals. Yeah. Right. And they're just fighting. It's just like I look at it as a big sculpture, like a big marble sculpture. The mix is like a big sculpture. And you're chiseling it away. Chiseling, carving out this 200 hertz here. Because you have way too much to begin with. It's just like a big pile of mud. Right. Yeah. You have to carve out the focal points, and like the vocal shine right here and the kick drum here. You cut a little bit in the bass here and you bump that same spot on the kick drum so it punches through. It's like a big puzzle piece. It's like a big puzzle, 3D puzzle. Yeah. So, yeah.
I always picture sound in like a 3D setting as well. I like when I'm working with my students, talking about dynamics and then like when the hi-hat, snare drum, and bass drum should all be like the same volume, or maybe they're different volumes, and creating like that 3D image in your head of what sound is like.
Like an ebb and flow.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I just think it's more interesting. It's more dynamic, and it makes your job as a sound engineer better too when people understand that. But going back to Jamie, like the guitar amp being too loud, I think just the most common like band setup when they're rehearsing is they're just relying on the sound of the amps, right? So that that's not going through a PA. Maybe the vocalist is going through a PA, but nothing else is mic'd up or whatever. Yeah. But as soon as you get that band on a stage, they've got their amp at the back of the stage and they got a monitor. Yeah. It's like, hey, we're gonna put some of that sound over here.
Yeah, and that's what I tell them too. I'm like, just trust me, I'll dial in your monitor mix. Just give me a chance. Yeah. Just trust me, and usually.
Well, as you saw our singer Anthony playing guitar just through a pedal,
Yeah.
no amp, and that's just coming out of the monitors.
Yeah. Or the mod, yeah.
It sounded great.
Yeah.
It sounded great.
That's what Brandon was too.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the way that more and more musicians are leaning is less.
That's why Rob has so many Marshall cabinets on his wall.
Nobody's buying them. Is that what you're saying?
There's a few caveats, like in a couple different genres, like in metal and punk. I don't usually tell people to turn their amps down.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the sound and the vibe, and the drums are usually super loud also.
Yeah.
And the drums, in order for the amps to match the drums, you kind of have to have them super loud. And the other thing is you don't necessarily need to hear the vocals that much in that kind of music. You know, at least like understand them. You're probably not going to understand the lyrics, so you might hear the melody a little or a scream or whatever. But,
right.
But yeah, there's a couple caveats. And then the other thing is like if they're playing on a tube amp, you have to have a certain volume in order to get the tone that you want. And
the tubes have to sag a little bit, right?
Yes, you have to get that saturation that you want. And I totally get that. And I've had like arguments on stage with guys about that in my earlier years. Like, it's just too loud, but I can't get my sound. I can't even feel it right, you know? And I get that. I understand it, especially for tube amps. That's pretty rare now. You know, most people have digital stuff or, you know, a solid state amp.
I've seen some in some smaller venues where like a tube amp, the cabinet will be facing away.
Yeah.
Or side watching.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
You get less of that coming.
Or you flip it. Yeah, you put it on amp stand.
Yeah.
Flip the amp up like that. That helps a lot too.
Yeah.
So you're not blasting people when they walk by.
So you're changing the direction that loud.
Yeah. There's different ways to work with that.
I've never understood why anyone would want to have a contentious relationship with the sound engineer that has a lot of control over the sound.
Right.
Yeah.
Point. Very good point.
We got to go back to John England. You are talking quieter today for some reason.
Well, Jamie messaged me and said that he can hear me coming through your mics. So
that's what I figured.
I hear myself in this mic, but
maybe it's some kind of.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. Sorry, people. Usually we can hear the producer much better. I got that little Elisa's mixer because it has the USB on it, and I have I don't know if it's an Elisa's also, but I have another one, but it's only a 2-channel. And I don't have any of the sound issues with the little one in there that I have with that one.
Oh man.
That one we've fought different things over time, so maybe it's not the right choice. Yeah, we got to figure that out. John England. Do you know John?
I don't.
He plays in the band Bread and Circus.
I've heard of them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I know him directly.
He spent a moment playing bass in Midline before I was in Midline as a bass player. He said, I've noticed that a dedicated router can sometimes interfere with a wireless guitar jack connection, making the guitar signal glitchy. Thoughts on that?
Never experienced that. Huh.
Now,
it's possible.
Mary's guitar player, Brandon, had an issue one time with his, because he was wearing an LED lit up tie or something.
Yeah, we all
and it made his guitar wireless not work right.
It's probably, it was like interfering with the RF, maybe. It's possible.
Now that's something that never crossed my mind, and I think they were working the problem. It
Jeff
took
was the one that figured it out.
Yeah, her drummer Jeff was like, "Hey, take your tie off,"
and then it worked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
Crazy. Yeah, I've never experienced that. You know, I'm sure it's possible. You know, when it comes to RF issues, usually like with IEMs, wireless mics, and whatnot, the Boise area in general, in Ada County, there's a lot of frequencies that are being used by like the emergency services and whatnot.
Wow.
There's a lot of channels that are used up. So like a lot of touring bands have mentioned to me, it's hard to find a good frequency to put your channel, to put your mic on RF. Because there's just a lot that are used. There's a lot of conflicting stuff, especially downtown.
Oh, gotcha.
So I would think that a router could affect that as well. So
interesting.
I've never experienced that.
So I've got Jamie Vink and Brian Levins asking, how about mixing
B drums?
And how do you feel about electronic drum kits?
Like in a live setting, V drums, or I'm assuming he means in a live setting.
I would
Well,
Yeah.
let maybe cover both.
Yeah, I've done them. Yeah, I've done a few E-kits, V-drums live. Not super common. Generally, doesn't sound as good.
Yeah.
Like it's just, unless you have like a really really high end, Roland or whatever, $3,000 to $5,000 E-kit. I have an Alesis Nitro. It sounds like crap.
Oh,
I don't use any of the sounds in it in the brain.
Mhm.
I run it through Logic,
oh,
and I
gotcha.
use the samples in Logic or virtual gutters.
So you just get the signal and then
Yeah, I just use the MIDI.
change the voice.
Yeah, I just use the MIDI. Anyway, yeah, as far as E-drums live, I don't like it because it usually just doesn't sound as good. Usually it's like like a quick fix, like your drummer couldn't make it to the show, and you have to do E-drums. A lot of times you can get away with it if it's like more acoustic-y stuff, like no, like clean, no distortion. To me, they just sound kind of cheesy. Like, and there's not a lot of control. I usually just have the left and right,
Mhm.
stereo mix.
Yeah.
The cymbals just sound fake most of the time, just like overly bright, and like the snare also is just like most of the time it's cheesy. Every now and then, there'll be a caveat. Like I'll get like a really good sounding one. Oh wow! And then the other thing is they have to do the mix because I just have the left and right channel.
Right.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
to mix it. So
Yeah.
that's seldom. It's not very good most of the time. Most of the time the cymbals are too quiet or the snare's too loud or whatever. Because
Do you
people
ever
don't know
call
any
them
better.
that?
I will. Yeah, if I have time. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I'll mention it.
Well, you're not moving air when you play electric drums.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not moving.
It's just triggers.
I've played on some really high end Roland drums. Like our bass player James has a really nice Roland kit in his
Yeah.
studio, and we practice there sometimes. And it's a setup like how he would set up,
Yeah.
because he calls himself a closet drummer.
Okay.
Okay, and so it's a little uncomfortable for me to play, but not so much I'm like refuse to play it. But it it doesn't feel the same. The cymbals don't feel the same. There's always an adjustment when I start playing. Like
It's almost like
I will hit them too hard to start, and then I do feel the fatigue in my muscles of like, I just got to remember what I'm playing here. And
It's
just-
like a different instrument. For me, it's like
Yeah.
a different instrument.
totally.
It's like playing an acoustic or an electric versus an acoustic guitar, for instance.
Mhm.
It's a different freaking instrument.
Yeah.
Like if you push too hard on an electric, you'll bend up in pitch so easily. Where an acoustic, no, you can pretty much push as hard as you want. The straight, like to me, I can't really play electric very well. I'm an acoustic player.
Okay.
It's like two different instruments to me. E-kit, acoustic kit,
Yeah.
two different instruments,
Well, like
different techniques.
when like playing real drums, you're drawing the sound out of the instrument, right? But with something that's electric, you're trying to do that, and it's not working the way.
Yeah, like the bounce that you get
Yeah.
Yeah.
is so much different,
Yeah.
like night and day. Like
Yeah.
Well, you're
So
trying to
it's like-
change how you're playing
yeah,
to affect a signal that's going to a computer to replicate
Yeah.
a certain
it's
sound.
totally different than
Yeah.
playing an
Yeah.
acoustic kit. Yeah, it's totally
Like,
different.
in the response.
Now Yamaha has an electric kit, and it's their newer drum pads, and I can only think of it more like a gum rubber surface. Like the Roland has, I call them the trampoline head, right? The mesh heads.
Yeah.
That are super
Yeah, it's
bouncy.
so bouncy.
Yeah, it's just, for me personally, it's a weird thing to get around. And I know that there's drummers that play those all day long, and they probably wouldn't
Well, I imagine
would have
you
it. They
used
got
after a
used to it,
while.
right?
Yeah.
And then going back to like the hard rubber pads.
Yeah, and then no, like it's
It was
not
like-
gonna bounce back really.
It's like you're playing on concrete all the time.
Yes, yeah.
But the Yamaha ones, to me, the newer ones have the best realistic drum
Really.
response. Yeah,
So it just doesn't bounce back like the mesh or the rubber as much.
right. That feels like
Cool.
you go to hit it, it's like it's giving so much back
It's like
to
a
you.
golf ball on the moon.
Yeah.
Literally, dude. It's
So
crazy.
I can't remember what model they are, but they to me that's the best feeling electronic drum kit out there is the Yamaha one with the I could just say gum rubber because I don't know what else to call it, but it's probably the most realistically feeling drum.
Gotcha.
Do you know Greg Goodell at all?
I do.
So
Yeah, he's
he,
a cool guy.
uh,
Studio out there in Emmett.
yeah.
What's he
The
say?
Malady of guitarists is not actually being able to hear what their amps actually sound like. Speakers aimed at their ankles rather than their ears. That's where you're talking about tipping the amp back.
Yeah.
And they will compensate with high frequencies. The second is that they usually don't have amplifiers that are appropriate for all venues. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll turn their highs up because that's from their perspective, they need more highs because their amp's way down here.
Yeah.
So you got to crank their highs. That's a really good point right there. Yeah, absolutely.
So James said back in the 80s, before he went to Boise, lots of metal bands played with bass guitar going direct and going have monitors instead of amp. And John England, going back to his thing, maybe it was proximity issue due to tight stage constraints. This router was set on top of his amp.
Oh yeah.
Is that kind of like when if my cell phone is too close to the speaker?
Yeah, maybe. And it goes, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
I get the same cell phone interference because I have that little mixer with that I use for in-ears and my click is going to that.
Yeah.
If I set my phone on that, I'll hear in my ears. It's almost like an old dial-up. What was AOL?
Like that.
You've got mail. You're playing along here. You've got mail coming through. But no, I got to move my phone away from that and then
just turn it on airplane mode.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to get a call.
It's the cell signals, the RF interference.
Yeah.
But
so maybe that's what it is, John.
Yeah. More than likely.
Yeah. So Greg making those good points and that just falling in line with what you said too about tipping there. That now going back to the ginormous wall of Marshall amps at 12th fret is late 80s, early 90s. A lot of guitar players had two 412 cabinets, but one was the 412 slant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you've got your 412 that's just facing, and then the next one that upper
it's
row
like
is
10 degree, 15 degree angle or something. Yeah.
To aim at your ears. I played with this band for a while, and the singer would keep cranking up the monitor and couldn't hear what they were singing. And I said, because it's aimed at me. Like the speakers, literally facing flat against their ankles. I mean, you got to tip that so that speaker's facing your face.
Yes.
That's not it.
I tell that. That's the other thing. Yeah. I tell people all the time, be within earshot of your monitor.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, like, you got really tall guys standing in the front of the stage, and the monitor's like this far from their legs.
Yeah.
It's tilted up, but it's hitting their chest or their belly. It's not hitting their ears. I can't hear myself. I can't. And I run up there and I slide their monitor back, and 20 decibel boost right there. Like, you need to be in earshot of your monitor. It's so important.
Yeah. What would you recommend for bands to do in order to help themselves live to be able to hear really well?
Well, there's a lot of things.
Yeah.
That's one thing right there. I think it all starts, probably like with your amp tone. If you're a guitar player or bass player, your tone and your volume, your gain staging.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get it at an equal volume with the drum kit is what I would say in practice. So you're not, blasting everybody out. The drummer doesn't have to play as hard as he can, for everybody to be able to hear.
With the guitar amp.
Yeah. And then I don't know. I guess that's probably the biggest thing. I don't know. I forget where I was.
Well, I guess my question is kind of like maybe kind of going back
That's a big question.
to Jamie's first comment about approaching new bands about like their stage volume.
Yeah.
Because, well, I if I just go back to like a teenage version of myself, like you're so excited you're going to play a show live, right? But you really haven't done it.
Yeah.
And then I just remember like being so excited to play a show, I'm just wound up, right? And I'm running around the venue like an idiot because I'm so excited to play a show. And then not really aware of the process. like, oh, they're going to put microphones on. And then like the thrill of hearing your drums coming through a PA was like so exciting. That just like
subs and everything.
Right. It just felt like,
I
feel like I'm strapped to a rocket heading to the moon.
And especially as a drummer.
But then you have all this excitement, and then the grumpy sound guy's like, how come you don't have a hole in your bass drum head? You know, we got to get a hole in there. And I'm like, what? It's like I just got hit by a truck. I'm like, now I'm using a pair of scissors and I'm cutting a hole in my head. I'm like, this feels so wrong. And
that's great.
And do you know Rick Schroeder? You already have?
I've never worked with them, but I've heard a lot about them.
Okay, so back in the day, Rick could be a little direct in how he spoke to you, and I think sometimes new bands miss that. I don't want to say hazing, but initiation into
I know exactly
into the world of playing live, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's cutthroat, man.
You got to be able to survive the local sound guy. Exactly, right?
Yeah.
If you can't survive the local sound guy, you're not going to survive anybody.
I'm scared of a lot of kids, man. That's all I can tell you. Yeah.
So most everybody watching has probably had some experience with Rick Schroeder, and Rick is a sweetheart of a guy. But
he's Nika's dad?
Yes.
Yeah. Nika,
and Nika's great too.
Yeah.
And the whole Schroeder family was pretty amazing. But Jamie says rite of passage.
A rite of passage.
Yeah. You get your merit badge after working with Rick Schroeder.
Rick used to give me crap about my microphone because the one that I just swapped out, but I had that one for a long time.
That used to be your mic, right?
That was the mic I used to sing with. Like we do the Christmas tree lighting thing down at the Grove for like 10 years or something crazy. And I had a bad experience one year where we were playing, and this was with our church band. We were playing something at a gas station for like a fundraiser or something, and this random sound system shows up, gets dropped off, and we're on our own, right? And I didn't have my own mic. And so I'm singing in this mic. It's December. You get too close to a mic, there's humidity that gets created, and then germs become part of you. And that was like, we got done around 1 in the afternoon. By 9 p.m. I was very, very sick with strep throat.
Oh man.
Yeah, and like the kind where you have like all the ulcers and like on your tongue.
And she got really sick.
And I was in such intense pain for 2 weeks. Yeah, and I just had a baby, so I couldn't take like any hard
medication.
I couldn't take like painkillers, nothing. So I suffered.
Wow.
But ever since then, I was like, I will have my own microphone, and I don't care what it sounds like. And so the best thing I could do was this crappy whatever this is. I think it's a
Sennheiser knockoff.
It is definitely a
because it looks the same shit.
Yeah.
Dominion or something. I can't remember. Yeah. But it has an on-off switch, and I like that because when I wasn't singing, I wanted it off because I usually like coughing or clearing my throat or something. Yeah. So he would give me so much crap every time I'd show up to this Christmas tree lighting gig thing. He's like, piece of shit. He's like, you can use my 58. And I'm like, no, thanks, man. I clean my mics. I'm sure you do. I'm not taking the chance. When you have something like that happen, you're like, never again.
Yeah.
James says Rick was an intimidating person until you got to know him. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I have another Rick story, but yeah.
Greg says I've always approached rehearsals in a continuing, counterintuitive way. Rather than dial in a perfect sound in the rehearsal zone, we rehearse in adverse conditions deliberately, so we are able to better deal with less than ideal conditions on live stage.
I agree, and I don't agree with that. I've done that before, but you got to be careful to not get used to that because sometimes you got a really good mix.
Yeah.
So you don't want to get used to a bad mix, but you want to be able to compensate for a bad mix. You want to be aware of that if it is to happen.
I'm in favor of a good mix all the time.
I mean, yeah. In an ideal world, yeah.
We rehearse here, and we have all in-ears,
Yeah.
So everybody can hear great. And then when we rehearse at James, that's more of a live environment, but I'm playing electric drums.
Yeah.
So we kind of have those two worlds. But I use in-ears all the time, every time. And so to me, it's kind of the same.
Well, get this. So this is like an old school technique that I have done a lot in my life. Me and my buddy Charlie Barker in Portland. Hopefully he will watch this. Or he's like my recording engineer counterpart.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. You got to be able, especially as a vocalist, you got to be able to sing the whole song without hearing yourself. Like not being able to hear yourself. You got to be able to still get your melody out correctly, and your tone and your inflection takes a lot of practice.
Yeah.
As a drummer, you need to be able to record and play the whole song without any backing track. No click, no nothing, no scratch track, no guitar player playing on. So you have to have it memorized.
Yeah.
Ideally, guitar player, same thing. Have the song memorized without having to rely on any of the other parts.
Yeah.
If you can do that, doesn't matter what your mix is.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I've had that happen live before where I can't hear anybody in the band.
Just go by memory and just roll it. Yeah.
I'm just playing the
communication.
song.
Like, are we there? You do that little musician inner communication thing with your eyes and stuff. And, oh yeah, okay, we're good.
Yep. Yeah.
That's my advice there.
I thought my batteries go out on my ear pack. It's like, so then you're relying on.
Yeah.
You hear
On
from the mains.
Visual cues and or the mains.
I usually know where I'm at. I just am I
yeah, and it's down there. It's hard, and I'm not that good at it, but I practice that, and especially as a vocalist.
Well,
I haven't done that. Sorry, man.
If you rehearse the song enough, we have a little bit of vocal memory. So
yeah,
you know what those vibrations feel like.
Anybody actually learning the music is a plus.
Yeah.
But the Midline's fourth record, Wreckage, I recorded, I think there's 11 songs on that album. I recorded 9 of those just to the click. No instrumentation, no singing.
That's how I
just
was born
me,
and raised,
the click,
right there. Yep.
And we recorded it at Tonic Room.
That's
so
great.
I was with Jason Ringlesetter. So
Awesome.
just the two of us. There was one song, I think it's called Watson, on that album that I was having trouble recording it all on my own. So Stymie came down and played bass on it while I recorded.
Yeah, scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch track. That's what I call it. Yeah.
And then we did an updated version of our song Summer Sky. We did more of an acoustic version of it. And those guys recorded all of their stuff because I didn't know what I was going to do drum until I heard that. So then I went in after the fact and did drum stuff on it. But
both ways work.
Yeah. But that was I haven't done that in a long time. But I do know my songs.
Well, there's pros and cons to that, like multi-tracking everything. That's what I grew up doing. I've done live recording as well. But you don't get that a lot of times, especially for certain bands, you don't get that live feel if you multi-track.
Right.
And a lot of bands really, they have to have that, that feel. But I like to be able to do it both ways.
Yeah.
If you can, you're just going to be a better musician.
So what we've been doing here with the Midline stuff is, because I play to the click all the time, we'll get the song pretty ironed out to how it's going to be.
Yeah.
And Mary will just hit record in there. So I have a recording of us playing to the click.
Yeah.
And I have the music. And then I'll come back a couple days later and I'll record the real drum track.
Yeah.
But I've got the guitar and bass and vocals from the rehearsal demo.
Yep. And I always record to a click. I think I said no click earlier, but when it comes to recording, I like the click. It's just editing is so much easier.
Yeah. She knows. Yeah. Yeah.
If you have to quantize anything or do,
Well, even if you want to cut something out and move it or
exactly. And having to go and put something on a click after the fact is a damn nightmare. I've done that a lot. Like having to like rhythm corrector, like slide stuff around to get it, make your own click. It's like, it's very surgical at that point. It is. It's too much.
On not using the click, even though
it happens.
Fred was supposed to be playing with them, and it's like Fred was like, no, we really need to use the click. And nope. And he pushed and pulled so severely throughout that song And Fred followed him along, but then I'm like, then they wanted to go ahead and put in some other stuff that required a steady, like you had to have the click.
Yeah.
And so then I'm trying to quantize and stuff, and just you couldn't do it automatically. You had to do it all manually.
And count offs and stuff, like to overdub instruments. Like what do you do? Like what? It's you got to record your own count off,
It's like
off beat.
Yeah, right.
They don't get it.
So much more work. It's like 10 times more work.
And it took it took a few times for him to realize, oh, I see what they're getting at.
Yeah.
But then so we recorded the song, and like if you look at the master track of all of that, like there's just so many little freaking lines of quantizing it, like moving it all around.
Yeah.
And he's
it's like not even human anymore.
I'm like, I did the job.
Exactly.
I'm the one who
been there.
Right,
man,
exactly. So exactly. So well, I think I might know who she's talking about, but when somebody comes in and records, okay, let's say they're playing piano or something, and the timing's like all over the place, and she does all this work massaging it to even it out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come back and listen to it, they're like, wow, I was really nailing the timing. Like, no, you weren't.
That's a lot. Just shut up. It's okay.
Yes, you did. You sure did.
Non-wave.
Here's my bill of $10,000 for this edit, right?
Exactly.
But the other thing is, like, let's say you come in and you record something and you're just on your own internal thing, right? Not only does editing that track alone become a problem, but if that person comes back and later and says, oh, I really want to punch in this part, their meter is never going to be the same as it was that time that they tracked it whenever they did it a day ago, a week ago, a month ago, or whatever, to actually get.
And you can't actually punch
in
it.
The count
you have to
too.
Go on another track.
How do you count it in? Like that, just starting in there. Like you can't just turn the metronome on. It's not going to go.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Just even starting there.
Yeah, there's no way.
Thing I can do in those situations, just start a new track.
Yes.
And then they have to sing along with themselves.
Exactly.
Which can be distracting.
Yes, it's weird.
So, but like, because like when you punch in, like it's the part where it starts recording, like that drops out. So then they have no reference.
Yeah,
I can have a student play, and if we're working on timing, like, okay, I'm going to record you for a minute playing this groove.
Mm-hmm.
And then play the video back or the recording back. I'm like, now you clap along to yourself.
Oh, I like that.
Because they're playing a groove, right? And now they're just clapping, and you start hearing the flamming, or they can't even anticipate their own playing.
Yeah, because it's a different perspective.
Right.
For them all
we got to balance this thing.
Yeah.
We got to balance this thing out.
I like that. That's a good practice.
Okay, we got to get caught up on something. So James says, isn't it interesting that we processed and triggered acoustic drums to make them sound like electronic drums? And electronic drums with 5,000 dB sounds are mostly used to sound like acoustic drums.
Right?
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah.
And then Jamie is asking if you learned sound on analog or digital boards.
Analog.
That's where you learned?
Yeah, I only recently started doing digital about 5+ years ago. Actually, CP Audio and Nika helped train me a lot. Actually, she's very knowledgeable on digital. But
what's your favorite digital board?
I don't know. I only really have experience on like the Midas and the Behringer X32. I've done a little bit of like the Allen Heath and the QSC. But yeah, I like the Midas.
Are they all kind of similar in function?
They're all similar, but like the workflow is different, like depending on the brand.
Gotcha.
And like Allen Heath does stuff way differently. PreSonus, the Studio Live. There's so many different variations. I prefer to do the Midas and Behringer stuff because I'm really comfortable with it. My muscle memory is there.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's if I can mix off of that stuff, I'm going to be like a peak in my game.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
But it's no excuse. I need to learn all the others. I'm pretty new to the digital world. So yeah.
Greg says you are a Full Sail alumni, right? Do you have
Viet Ren? Yeah.
Viet Ren and Dr. Mac for audio
Viet Ren,
for media and advanced music production?
I don't remember Dr. Mac, but I remember Viet Ren, and I think he was like a German guy or something, but he was really, really cool, really full of knowledge. It's in Winter Park, Florida, and I went online. So I didn't I just did the online thing.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I remember it. I graduated in 2018, so it's been a while. But Viet Ren, yeah, I remember
How
he
long
was
is that
pretty
program?
awesome. You go year round, so it took me like 2.5, 3 years to get my bachelor's.
Wow.
It's a bachelor's, so it's a 4-year degree.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah,
And you did it all online?
all online. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's very involved. Like your quizzes are like video. Like you got the you have to record videos, and or you got it's live, and the instructor's watching you. You got to do like, vocal exercises and rhythm, and a lot of piano stuff. And oh yeah, it's very, very in depth. I wish I could have gone to the college, but
That would have been fun.
3,000 miles.
Right.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
James says punch-ins were very common back in the 70s and early 80s. I remember playing tracks where I was asked to play but not crash cymbals at the fills. Crashes were added later to make punching and easier by not. Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually like when Fred tracks, if he's like, oh, I should redo that one section. I'm like,
It's like
yeah.
like riding on the crash.
Sometimes,
Yeah, I know.
sometimes I get lucky.
Which I do that a
depending
lot.
on where
I
it
know.
falls in the
I
song.
get it.
Other times I'm just like,
Well, I prefer to do one full take, and most of the time that's the
Yeah.
case. But if there's a definite break in the song, and
Like
there's
a tempo change or something.
well, or just like there's no drums in
Or
this
a drop,
section,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
you come back in for something like if the first part of that song's good all the way up to where that break happens, then
Punch in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
then I'll restart where the next.
Yeah,
Thing
I've
puts it.
gotten lucky most of the times, but sometimes it's like, nope. Can't touch him. I'm sorry.
I like to do like 1 to 3 full passes,
Mhm.
and then you can go back and punch in for just about everything. Vocals, you might do more. Like
Yeah.
7 or 8 or 10. But
Mary will just layer and layer vocals. If sometimes she gets in there and now it sounds like this full choir,
yeah,
and it's really
Yeah, the
it's really
unison.
cool because
yeah,
she'll record the main part, but she'll have like at least that doubled up, and then
Yeah.
she'll do all the different
All the
harmonies
Yeah.
doubled or tripled or whatever.
Yeah.
And you listen to it like, holy crap, this
It's the
sounds
Phil Spector
amazing.
wall of sound.
Yeah,
Layering unison parts. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Well, maybe that's a school thing that you should check into there, producer.
Oh, so Fred's
It's
saying
invaluable. It was awesome. It was very expensive, but it's like
Wow.
50 or 60 grand or something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get a
Changed his
job.
mind.
Student loans,
School
man.
hard knocks.
You're going to have to get a job. I think we're covering all of these. Sound check. Let's talk about sound check.
Yeah.
I was always taught doing sound check. You start with the drums.
Yeah.
Kick, snare, hat, toms,
Yeah.
cymbals.
Perfect.
Move on to the bass.
Okay, so
Right.
why did we start with the drums?
Good question.
That's kind of a loaded question. I don't know if I can answer that exactly. Like I don't know.
Well, before you answer,
Yeah.
I not long ago
Give you my opinion.
played a show in Salt Lake where the sound engineer started with the vocals
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
did drums last, and I'm like, this feels so backwards because it's backwards.
The reason, so like recording wise, yeah, like when I do a mix, starting with the vocals
Mhm.
is great because I'm sure you've done that too. For a focal point,
Oh, sure.
I learned that in college. Like you could start. You don't have to, but you can start with the focal point. I still like to start with the drums.
Yeah.
The biggest reason why is because it's the most complicated thing. It's like having 10 instruments in one because you've got each.
Oh,
drum.
gotcha. Yeah.
And I like to do the most complicated stuff first and get that out of the way, and then and work. I don't know. That's just how it's been done. It's all my life. You start with the drum. You start with the kick drum.
Yeah.
But every now and then, I've seen people start with other instruments. The only time I ever start with other instruments is if the drummer's not ready, and I'm on a time crunch. Let's start with the
Gotcha.
bass. Let's start with whoever's ready.
Whoever's ready, let's
do it.
go.
Yeah, keys, whatever.
Yeah.
Roll it. But most of the time I get the same result because I'm constantly mixing in the moment. I'm not the sound guy that's just gonna set and go walk off and smoke a cigarette.
Right.
I'm constantly. It's like an instrument. It is. You're writing solos. You're working. You're carving EQs to make stuff tighter, make stuff jump out more, and people are changing patches on the keyboard, and suddenly this is way too loud or it's way too bright, and like, you know, it's like EQing and working, you know, 10 different instruments at once, and you only get one shot. Right. So you better do it as good as you can.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I always thought they started with the drums, but because that was like a foundational thing.
Yeah, it is.
But I understand now more like, oh, well, I'm dialing in 10 instruments. That's part of this one thing.
Yeah.
Being more complicated, getting that out of the way first.
Yeah. Then you got a good layer foundation. You get the drums and the bass dialed, and then you just mix everything else.
Yeah.
Get the, you know, lower frequencies and just kind of build up.
So the drummer hogs all the time.
Yeah. I mean, or the vocalist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we get like the least amount of time. It's like,
Move on, good enough.
Just say something and like, hello. Okay, that's good.
I want to bring up, since we're talking about sound check and vocalists.
Yeah.
Don't give me, please, vocalist, don't give me a 1, 2, check. Just sing a song.
Sing a song.
Yeah.
Sing something, like have a couple songs in your arsenal.
Yeah.
A lot of guys just freeze. Like, I don't know what to sing.
It's like just
Okay,
your
just
first,
Kiss from a Rose. It's like I'll just like throw random songs out.
So you were
I'll sing one for you. I'll start singing a song. Here, it's not that hard. Just
well,
sing.
and the important thing is that you're singing at the volume you're supposed to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to get an accurate representation by check 1, 2. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to sound as good.
You weren't there when we did sound check at the Olympic, but Anthony was doing the check 1, 2 thing, and then Eric says sing something, and immediately Anthony goes, "Should have been gone."
But yes.
After all,
Have your go-tos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's
I
great.
always just sing one of our songs.
Yeah, that's
I know
fine.
the words.
I'm singing. Just like whatever. Have something.
But when Anthony does that "should have been gone" thing, he sings this full voice.
That's perfect. That's
Yeah.
what I prefer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sing how you're gonna sing.
He does a killer Neil Diamond.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think that if I was to do a tribute band, I would do a Neil Diamond tribute band and have Anthony sing
Yeah.
because he could do Neil Diamond great.
Nice.
Eric says you do a great job. You filled it for us at Boise Music Fest. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Boise Music Fest.
Yeah, I ran the rock stage.
When was that?
June,
The end of June.
like always.
June
Boise
28th.
Music. Oh, Boise Music Fest.
Hi.
I so sorry.
You've played it, Fred.
I played it. I was thinking the Boise River Festival.
Oh.
That's what, because that's been long gone for a long time. And I'm like, wait, what? Are you doing Tree Fort?
Yeah, I'm usually at Lost Grove. Usually I'm running sound at Lost Grove Brewery.
What?
outside.
Which
Where's that
one's
one
that?
happen?
It's at Lost Grove. It's I forget.
I don't know what that is.
It's downtown. I'm so bad at addresses and references.
There's so many brewing places I can't keep track. There's Boise Brewing, which is down like.
It's by the big hotel or the big apartment complex.
Is it on the
La
other?
Pointe. It's on La Pointe.
Hmm.
That's right.
Not sure what's
Sure, it's right here. It's right by the river.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we been there?
I don't know.
It's a cool place. Anyway, yeah, I'm usually they have an outside stage, a pretty cool little setup, and I'm there for 3 days.
I had Eric Gilbert on the show earlier this year. Well, it was actually right before Tree Fort, and he was fun to have on. But like 520 some bands or artists that they had perform this last festival. It's just like, man, I can't imagine trying to manage all of that and the team of people you have to have in place to.
Yeah, all the logistics there. It's overwhelming.
I know where Lost Grove is. We played a wedding reception there.
Nice.
That's right next to that taco place that we went to down by BSU for the quesadilla.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right next door.
They got really good
Okay.
pizza and sandwiches.
Gotcha. I know exactly. Yeah.
Bunch of beers on tap.
That's good stuff. So sound check. We started talking about sound check. I think we covered that with playing how you're going to do it live.
Yeah, in the sound check, it's so important. Yeah.
Is it when I do sound check, I try to play like I'm performing.
And don't sit there and barely hit the snare. Like a lot of guys, it's like this misconception.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard it.
Yes.
And when you're sound checking, just don't hit the drums very hard, and then hit them harder once you don't do that. Because I'm just gonna change it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, why would you, unless you just don't want to hear yourself.
Just play how you're gonna play.
Yeah, just give me what you're gonna get.
That's what you gotta
do. Please.
Yeah, I don't think people realize they're kind of screwing themselves too when they do that.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna affect their monitor mix too, right?
Yeah, and if you're a lazy sound guy, you'll just leave it. If you're, I try to, do my best and care and fix it, but
Yeah.
This might be a loaded question to ask, but you're dealing with a lot of different bands with a lot of variance and experience and ability. And how do you go through your night with a band that isn't very good?
I mean, I just try to be nice and just roll with it. And, I try not to call them out and make it obvious.
Yeah.
But I just polish the guitar. I've been doing that my whole life. In the studio and otherwise, I'm used to that.
Yeah.
I kind of take pride in it. Like if I could make them sound good,
Doing the best you can.
yeah, like it's kind of a challenge. I like challenges. So like, might as well just like, and let them know, I will work for them.
Yeah.
I'll let them know nicely, and try not to be too firm or forthright. Can you adjust your amp or just, like maybe sing a little louder, whatever, hit the, don't, or try not to hit the cymbals so hard, whatever. If I have time, I will try to school them, I'll try to teach them if I can.
Yeah, that's good.
It doesn't always happen.
Especially the newer musicians, like they just don't really know those things. Like what?
Yeah.
Why was telling me to turn my guitar amp down? What a jerk.
And I try to explain it too. Yeah, I don't just say arbitrarily just do this.
Yeah.
I do this because of this.
Yeah.
Well, you can have a really great band, but not a very good sound guy. And then the audience is like,
Yeah.
or you can have a kind of mediocre band, but a really good sound guy, and the audience will be like, that sounds
The
great.
sound guy can make or break the performance.
Yeah, for sure. That's
unfortunately. Or fortunately.
But yeah, I've witnessed so many times myself, like, okay, now something's going on wrong with the sound system, and you're looking back at front of house and there's nobody there. Like,
a lot, right?
you're scanning, like trying to make out like where is he?
Say something on the mic. It's embarrassing, but say it on the mic. Hopefully he's at least in earshot.
Well, I don't have a mic. I have to yell in the snare mic.
Yeah, or like no, but I don't do that. Like very rarely will I step away, and I'll take the tablet with me. I don't have. I mix with the if I'm running a digital mixer, I have a tablet, so I can walk around anywhere.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom. I'll take the tablet.
Hey,
I
man,
don't care.
I'm
If I need to unmute.
I don't know. It's not a great
There's a lot of reverb in here.
Yeah. So.
Well, Eric, I need to make sure that you're on time for your next deal. First of all, thanks for being willing to be on the show.
Thanks for
And I really value your abilities and your friendship.
Well, thank you, man. You too.
With being a sound guy and a drummer and just being cool to deal with. And I think it's really important, like what did James say? I can't remember how his comment was worded exactly about being friends with the sound engineer. Got to find it. It's somewhere in here.
Right here.
Oh, I've never understood why anybody would want to have a contentious relationship with a sound engineer that has a lot of control over making you sound great. Yeah. Even when you're dealing with the grumpy sound guy, I'm like, sometimes you just never know what kind of day a person's having.
Yeah. It's
Right?
hard.
And they have nothing to do with you and your band at all.
Especially festival shows. Like we're talking about the Tree Fort Music Festival, but other festivals I've been part of where, you're rolling through bands every 30 minutes or 40 minutes or
crazy.
At least an hour.
And you're by yourself most of the time.
And then dealing with all the demands all those bands have.
Yep.
And so sometimes by the time we're playing, that guy's worn out.
Yeah.
Either physically or just mentally taxed.
It does happen.
Okay, what can I do to let this guy breathe a little bit? To just go, Whenever I worked with Nika, the first thing I do is I just walk up and hug her.
Oh.
She's
Because
like, oh my God,
sometimes she just looks like,
Yeah.
ah,
No, I get that.
come here.
Totally can relate.
Because I love the Schroeders. The whole Schroeder family is amazing. Yeah, but it's really great. Like whenever I see that you're going to be part of it, I'm like, okay.
Thank you.
It just for me it makes everything so much better. So, but make sure you check out Syncopated Audio.com or syncopated.com.
Syncopated.com.
And I keep like emphasizing the painted part. So
Like painted a picture.
painted a picture. It's the 3D audio picture, right?
Yes.
That's
It's
it.
supposed to be like a colorful sound. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like my intention. It was just kind of random. Yeah.
All right. So is that the best way for people to reach you if they need sound?
Yeah. Just you can reach out on my website, on the contact on my website. You can hit me up on Facebook.
Okay.
It's facebook.com/syncopated.
And Instagram as well?
Yes. I mean, I have an Instagram, but I'm old.
You're old.
I say I'm old now. I just can't get on it, and I can't get on that bandwagon. I don't ever check it.
Yeah, there's like LinkedIn is like the lowest
That's the other
for
one.
me.
Yeah, no.
Like that or Threads.
Yes. Facebook's enough. I'm
TikTok
good with
or-
that. Yeah, I don't do any of that.
Eric, thanks a lot, man. I don't want to make you late for your next appointment. And in a half hour, I will be jumping over to the Drummers Education Connection podcast, where you can also see that on Facebook and YouTube at Drummers Education Connection, all one word. That's not really all one word. It's just no spaces, right?
Sure. And
So-
just a reminder, the podcast is sponsored by 12 Fret Music, located at
671 South Capitol Boulevard in downtown Boise, Idaho, the Pacific Northwest's largest inventory of new, used, and vintage guitars, basses, and amps, and brand new Vader drumsticks and Aquarian drumheads.
Yeah.
That's the place to get your stuff.
That's right.
Please go there. But don't buy Mary's guitar.
Don't buy my guitar.
Don't buy Mary's guitar.
Somebody was looking at it the other day.
You got to work out some kind of employment arrangement with Rob Ridgway, Mary, so that you can get your guitar. That's what you need to do. You working this weekend?
Yeah, I forget. I have to look at my calendar. I'm probably running sound. I don't know. I'm definitely working this weekend.
Well, whoever that band
I
is,
don't have a day off for 2 weeks.
whoever the band is that's working with Eric here, you're gonna have great sound. There's a new comment. Let's see here.
Oh, it's Jeff. He says, I always tip the sound guy a nice show. Great job.
That's great. Nobody, hardly anybody tips the sound guy. It's happened to me like 5 times in my whole
Oh,
life.
wow.
Well, we gave you a
I
midnight shirt.
appreciate it.
We gave you a
You
midnight
did,
shirt.
yeah, and that's just as good.
Jimmy thinks the sound guys are heroes, the first responders of the music business.
The first responders of the music
I like
business.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
perfect.
Maybe that's gold right there. That's gold.
Okay, we better wrap it up.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Next week on the Drummergy podcast, I will have Nashville drummer Bryce Williams on, who is the drummer for country artist Mark Wills,
Oh, wow.
amongst other things that he does. So, yeah, looking forward to that. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Have a great day.
Okay.
Bye, guys.